Welcome back to the crossover.
Charge your 3DS, Jovah.
Pretty sure I will, since I don't recall my capture card dying on me for this.
Remember, if you show a screenshot or a video and people see you have low battery, they're not going to care about anything else on screen.
Look at it this way. We can start placing bets. Will Jovah's battery drain completely before this part is over?
Pedro, this is not Rockadoodle. I don't want to sing about the batteries dying out, thank you.
Oh my god, you just reminded me that movie had a song about that.
Yeah, they wasted, forgot the name of the actor. It's a Christopher Plummer for very stupid songs.
Implying Christopher Plummer wasn't wasted as a whole in that movie.
Rest his soul.
Well, take a look at the bright side. At least he got to do Knives Out as his final role before dying. So
yeah. Alright.
This is it. The trial of the Great Witch.
Yeah,
and I've already told you this, so let's just get back to the nitty-gritty, shall we? It's time for another testimony. The time of the crime. The storyteller finished speaking to the crowds at the town square in the evening. That's when the Great Witch appeared.
I still cannot forget the sound of that terrible incantation. It was undoubtedly that girl's voice.
Must have had a very powerful voice to be heard like that.
I'll say. We ran towards the tower as soon as we saw her, keeping our eyes on her to make sure she didn't escape.
Alright.
We split into two groups at the entrance. One group to guard it, the other to chase down the witch. I was in the first group.
I wonder which group
You're
was
telling
successful.
me there are 8 of you and you couldn't keep track of what was...
10.
Even worse here, right?
Yes, there are 10, but again, 2 were not paying attention, so there were 8.
The pursuers. I ran into the tower and caught the witch.
But that logic, sure, it will be 7 because Foxy sure as hell will not do anything.
That's true.
Unless Foxy is secretly very athletic.
We captured the girl. There was nowhere for anyone to hide there.
Are these guys clone troopers from Star Wars, and that shaky guy is one of the Bad Batch?
That was the witch. I'm sure of it.
Wouldn't that imply that he's secretly the most capable of them, then?
I scanned in the entrance. I heard the door locked.
One of the most convenient ways to read an accent is to have it be written for you.
That's right, young one.
Oh, nice.
The fateful bell tower, the fateful incident. We saw them with our own fateful eyes.
What is this, Fate's Day night?
No, please.
Oh, you're familiar with that series, Shiroi.
We already went. Oh, sorry, go on.
Yes.
That could again be summed up by saying, you all did the best you
I
could.
already did this joke.
The Vigilantes were the first to arrive at the crime scene. The testimony is credible.
Well, that joke was so good.
You're
you did it
saying that
twice.
with your whole chest.
Wow.
It does seem so. And if what they say is indeed true,
Does it, again, does it, Judge? Does it,
it
though?
would be decisive proof of the accused guilt.
Well, it's in favor of the accused getting burned, so of course it's credible. Our opponent is a witch, the Great Witch to be exact. Things probably aren't as simple as they seem.
More than meets the eye.
If you think so, feel free to look for any cracks in their testimony.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Darklaw, you have way too much confidence in these people.
It crumbles like a cookie.
As we established, one of the Live would decide to become full Starscream. So yeah.
If there are any, and if you're up to it.
Well, it's kind of my job, so...
Defender, you may begin the interrogation.
Hooray.
Alright then. Here goes nothing.
Super long cross-examination because of how many witnesses there are. Moving on.
Yes.
How much is the tally by the either of the greatest attorney games? Like, what's the trial with the biggest number of witnesses in that?
This one, so far.
Are you mean like witnesses in total or witnesses on a stand at a time?
Witnesses a stand on time. Again, this is a stand. Like, is there a trial in the greatest attorney duology that manages to have a lot also at the same time?
Okay, let me put it like this. Great Ace Attorney does have a little bit of a trick that technically hasn't challenged this, but I won't spoil the details. Anyway, the Storyteller noticed the Great Witch first. She appeared at the bell tower, and she conjured a flame above her finger. Also, her cat had a weird flame scarf.
Yeah.
That being said,
Storyteller fixed his gaze on that flame.
that being said, if we're actually talking about a specific raw count of numbers, 10 witnesses at the same time on the stand, that's actually not one that actually has any great attorney. I think it's the maximum of 8 in that game, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I don't remember the specifics. All I'm saying is that we might have a challenging bout in Grady's Attorney. We'll see that when we eventually get to it.
I still cannot forget the la 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 la.
Hold it! And by that girl, you mean...
Your mom. What a question! I mean a speller Cantabella. Who else? She took her father's life with that fearsome word.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That voice belongs to Skeleton Tabella. Oh shit, not again.
Spawn over again.
Also, start with the Mulan pose.
Fiendish voice even made me shudder. Hello.
That fiendish voice.
Sorry.
No, it's
Oh
okay.
yes, she shouted the dreadful incantation. Grace!
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just check the book. Yeah, wrong spell there, bud.
Ignite.
Wrong trial, Grandpa. That wasn't even the same witch.
Well, they all look the same anyway.
No, just see, Jovah. He thinks that spell is used to ignite dreams to life.
Well, to be honest, I also think it was the spell's voice.
Maybe it's better not to dig too deep into this topic.
Yeah, it's kind of damaging to our case. Next.
So it's like in Hey Jovah, so it's like in Liar.
Yeah.
Your Honor, I object. Why? Because it's damaging to my case. Overruled.
Over a good call.
Good call.
I love how people are to a point where they can pretty much quote that trial scene down to a T now.
That trial scene is a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned.
It's even better when you throw in Ace Attorney music.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So I never took
Or when
my
you throw the audio over Ace Attorney footage.
That too. Good
I wonder
old
if anyone's made the Ace Attorney case make a case of that bit.
Probably. No, even when I tripped on a pebble and fell down, I kept my eyes fixed on her. You fell down.
Considering we have the Ace Attorney court bot on Twitter,
It's dangerous to run without paying attention to where you're stepping.
Are all the children in the courtroom listening? I saw my fellow Vigilantes capture the Great Witch. That's when I tripped and fell.
Hey Joe, I'm wondering now, live action Ace Attorney movie where Jim Carrey plays Phoenix.
Okay, that could work. He would need to dial down some of the humor.
I think he's a bit old at this point. If anything, I will see him more as Von Karma.
Oh my god, Jim Carrey is Von Karma?
That would be amazing.
I mean...
That or Demon Gant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
was about to say.
If he channels his Count Olaf and just makes it a bit more serious, I could see Jim Carrey as Von Karma, yeah.
Alright, time for number 4.
Hold it! Can you tell me which Vigilantes were guarding the entrance? And hopefully someone was keeping track.
It was me and Nautilus.
Nautilus?
Vigilante number 2.
Wrestling after the witch. Right, Nautilus? Oh god.
Yeah, I think that's right.
What was that? Oh.
Hold it! What? What about me?
What about you?
Yeah, what about you?
I think they may have forgotten something.
I was there with you. I was guarding the entrance with you. Oh.
Yes, now that I think about it, it was quite a scene.
Absolutely credible, eh, Darklaw?
That's
I can't
such
remember.
comrades these people are.
Quite a scene.
You want to know more? Why don't you ask the kid? Who's this, sir? I'm fairly certain that I, too, was there, guarding the entrance.
Oh, well, with
Where
you
you
on
go?
the scene, I'm sure we had nothing to worry about.
Well, wherever I may be, the winds that blow over plains will have blown just the same.
Where does your mind go,
So
my dude?
inspiring.
These guys aren't the best when it comes to teamwork.
Definitely not Sonic Heroes material, alas.
Yeah, two of them are busy being simps.
I guess that's some form of teamwork.
Yes.
Hold it!
I already read that, so.
Phoenix.
Ah!
What?
You did it? You caught the witch?
Why is that so surprising? She was in the daze. I too was in the daze.
This was the man who captured the Great Witch Bezella.
And then I seemed to fall unconscious. Then I came to. It seemed that I captured her.
Doubt.
That
Ouch.
means you climbed the tower before anyone else?
How is this credible?
Yes, that's correct.
Let me tell you, that guy's the fastest among us. Runs at breakneck speed.
Well, there you go, Shiroi.
Or he falls at breakneck speed.
Number 5 is very light. I'm quite jealous of his feathery build.
Gotta go fast.
So there you go, guys. Shaky is apparently the most athletically built of the team.
Again, don't judge by appearance.
I just don't know what to say.
You see, American.
Foxy.
Do
Like,
I
for
want
fuck's sake.
to? Alright, I'll do it. Hold it! Are you sure there was no one else?
Were you even looking?
Sure. There were only 2 people on the top floor.
Huh, wait a second. You said 2.
No, I said
I
Tio.
think Phoenix should know where this is going.
Yes, 2. It was me and my sweet fox. I thought it was Foxy who said that. It was me and my sweet Foxy.
Can tell with the lip movements, I guess.
I am all my attention's directed at Foxy.
You don't
We have that
say.
pin down on the core to the fact that his witness is very unreliable.
That's a weak excuse.
You don't mix work and relationships.
There were several other vigilantes at the crime scene too, weren't there?
That's what makes it so enthralling. It's a forbidden love.
Love is not an excuse to mess with the court proceedings.
Yeah, probably. But that means nothing to me. To me, there is only Foxy.
Yeah, her foot imprinted on your back.
Talk at the footprint.
That's my romantic interpretation. of
Remember,
events.
Shiroi, the foot fetish is a part of the evidence. I wish you would testify about what you've actually witnessed. But
You
that's
witnessed
just
some
my
feet.
life.
Speaking of Foxy,
Hold it! How can you be so sure there was nowhere to hide?
The whole city was watching the tower at the time. If the witch tried to climb down using a ladder or something, she'd have been seen. Or a step ladder.
No, we're not doing this.
See,
This is
someone
kidding.
gets
Gotta do
it.
it.
Someone gets it at last. The difference between a stepladder and a ladder. Thank you.
But we're talking about Bezella here.
She could probably hypnotize people or something.
She could have become invisible and flown out of the bell tower, you know.
Did you have a broomstick on her?
It'd be child's play for Bezella. Then she can use any spells she wants.
Dweebs, that is a nasty stereotype. Not all witches need broomsticks. Right.
Well, we've already established this Great Witch, extra power.
Yeah. And yet, Estella was caught at the crime scene. Surely the Great Witch Bezella would not allow herself to be caught so easily.
Hear that, Nick? It's further proof there's no way Estella is Bezella, right?
Right?
It's hardly conclusive. But I mean, if that was enough to convince everyone, we wouldn't be having this trial. But there's something in Foxy's testimony that keeps nagging at me. Could she have actually said something useful to my case? Was there really no place to hide? Can any evidence in the court record confirm that?
Oh no, you can't do that.
I'm waiting.
Don't worry, I'll get to it eventually.
Why did everyone keep falling asleep? I know that it's a 9 and everything, but still.
It's probably past everyone's bedtime.
Or number 9. 8, sorry.
A witch could have used magic to remain unseen.
What? Sorry to disappoint you. No one used any magic at that time.
Oh, so you were paying attention
please do
enough
something
for
about
that.
your posture.
What makes you so sure?
Cast a spell? A witch needs to say the spell's incantation.
I love this. He is talking professional, but the posture says everything but professional.
And we heard no incantations. No,
Whoa!
Whoa, what the fuck? Where do we start?
Yeah, we got suddenly a whole cluster. Hang on! Miss Foxy.
What? Oh, wait.
Yes. It's her. She just
that's
occasionally
you.
speaks
Oh, it
in
is.
the third
Okay, I wasn't sure
person.
if it was one of them or her. Sorry.
She's speaking in the third person because she thinks too highly of herself.
I have this little pet theory,
Of course it's so bad.
Of this I have to hear.
He's saying that since he didn't hear the incantation, the witch didn't cast a spell. No?
Foxy's so good at testifying. Yeah, she didn't, so she couldn't turn invisible. See?
She was too busy stepping on me. Hey, it's in the evidence.
Yes.
Well, that would make sense.
That might be the most logical thing these three have said.
But couldn't she have simply cast the spell earlier?
Yeah, she could have whispered it or something.
Huh, there is nothing that says that it has to be yelled.
Huh?
If she was invisible from the start, of course we didn't hear the incantation. Also, I think in the cutscene for the first trial, the whatever spell was used was whispered. So
It was spoken apparently enough for the witnesses around to have heard it, but it wasn't necessarily yelled, so yeah, it could be a whisper.
I think you've made a fool of yourself, sweetie.
He literally face plants onto the desk.
Dude!
It's just as you say. Oh, the public humiliation. Walk over there. Like a doormat.
Again, I'm gonna hold this.
Priorities.
I'm gonna hold. It wasn't the burning of witches. This is why the game's rated T.
It looks like testimony went kind of off the
Yeah,
rails
Maya,
there.
protect your innocence as much as you can.
Tell me about
Wait,
it.
she has?
Just
Well,
leave
at
them-
least on this matter, Pedro.
Just leave them to themselves and don't make eye contact. But
I
you
mean, she's
know,
16 too.
no. Actually, by this point, she's 18.
Oh, there you go. Aldermo isn't done.
Wasn't
an
just
adult
Foxy
now.
that seemed to be thinking about something during Tredon's testimony.
Okay, let's question some more people.
Yes, you can
Also,
tell.
I forgot his name is literally Tredon.
Remember, one's Servius, the other is called Tredon. Which makes me wonder, did the storyteller write those two to be simps? Anyway,
Yes.
you lock the door to the bell tower.
I'm gonna light anything to escape. See, I turned the key in the lock.
I see. You did a great job, didn't you? His intentions weren't bad, but it did more harm than good. Huh?
The little boy swallowed the key, and there were no spares. He successfully locked in everyone who entered the bell tower.
Whoopsie!
How did you got out?
He swallowed the key?
That's right. We couldn't get down from the bell tower for some time afterward.
And now we know why.
These incidents led us to coin a new word for getting helplessly trapped.
Oh no!
Please don't. It's to be... Yeah, I'm not reading this. It's
Dispil
getting quite popular.
Cha-cha-chunchamild.
Yeah, it's so popular, even the guy fell over. Don't touch strange meanings to people's names!
So you could say we got ourselves kinda...
Yeah.
in luck.
Welsh words, whatever.
We
Dis-
got Welsh word. Yeah.
Look at
sure.
you,
Whenever
a
I
budding...
see a-
Look at you, a budding
Whenever I see a
expert
word like
on
that, I just-
labyrinthian slang.
Whenever I see a word like that, I just assume it's Welsh.
Fair.
Goodness gracious. Hold it! Can you tell us more about what you witnessed with your, fateful eyes?
I can indeed. Since you're asking. The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated through the air, and a soft light shone faintly in the distance.
Okay, fine. Another line from Liar. Objection, Your Honor. What does this have to do with anything?
Yes, right. So what time was it exactly?
Dinner time. When else would the scent of dinner be in the air if not dinner time? You
Leftovers?
see?
Oh my god, I just realized. Considering his constant talk of food, this guy is actually Fang, really old. Fang
At
from...
any rate,
Sorry,
I
thanks,
heard it then. That ominous incantation. It made my beard hair stand on end.
Yeah, he even says stupid shit all the time,
Good
like Fang
nays,
does.
she cried.
There you go, guys. This is what happened to Fang all those decades later.
Think you're getting things mixed up with a previous case.
Your Honor, the
I
witness is
am
clearly...
on a green field, sky-clad, watching petals dancing in the wind.
Oh my god,
You're
I
on a
traded a mirror for this.
Allow me to indulge in my dream for a while longer, young one.
Your Honor, the witness is clearly senile. Do
Also,
we-
this is still better than Amir.
In case you
Oh!
forgot, those were basically, aside from the last line, those were literally word for word the same ones he actually said in the first trial, so yeah.
It all comes full circle.
If the other witch used the invisibility spell, that would explain why no one saw her.
Thinking ahead, that one. No kidding, Maya. That's the whole point of invisibility, after all.
Invisibility is invisible.
But just knowing that doesn't help me. I need more information to go on. I'm sure there was one more person, another witch, in the bell tower at the time of the incident. And I'm going to find a way to prove it.
Right. Let's keep our eyes peeled for any witnesses acting suspiciously.
So as you can probably
Good luck
guess,
with that.
so as you can probably
Yeah, good luck
guess,
with
the
that.
best way
Yeah,
to go about that is, oh right.
Pressing again, witness number 8, and then checking someone else.
Again, this goes back to my one of my issues with how. Oh wait, never mind. Objection! The eyes of the whole town were on the bell tower, and the entrance was locked. I forgot, actually, that bit with Witness 8 is actually meant to fake you out. Witches may be able to make themselves appear or disappear, which means it's not unreasonable to suggest that escaping from the bell tower was nearly impossible. However,
It is possible.
hiding themselves after the incident is a different story. I guess I just didn't bother checking the other reactions to witnesses because the part was going on lengthy enough.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
That's the sketch of the bell tower, isn't it?
So I kept it trimmed.
Most fascinating. Well, Defender?
I might have included it if, again, holding B allows you to fast forward like in Ace Attorney games, but it doesn't here.
Enlighten us as to where exactly the witch could have hidden.
Okay then. With this handy-dandy magnifying glass... Got it! She hid here, of course, at the very top of the bell tower.
Objection! It may seem like a plausible place to hide.
Oh god, there's a but.
However, that part of the bell tower is inaccessible to anyone.
Even a witch?
The stairs don't go up as far as the belfry.
I mean, maybe the witch was a Dalek.
Objection!
The gargoyles.
High Inquisitor Darklaw, we're talking about a witch here. Pretty sure witches can fly, too. A witch can do a lot of things that are impossible to us with the use of magic.
Yeah, the Dalek's like, screw your stairs.
Can dogs do that?
Starting with the new the revival, yes.
Actually, it started near the end of the classic series, but there.
Okay.
If you were a true knight of the court.
Oh boy.
No true knights.
You'd show us evidence rather than trying to justify your vague theories with the use of magic.
I'm sensing a bit of irony and hypocrisy
You're the
here.
supreme leader. Why aren't you showing
This is
evidence?
how everything has worked up to this point. She kind of has a point, Nick.
Maya,
Except
She,
not really.
how else could someone get to the top of the bell tower? There has to be a way unless I got a
There's got
Umineku my
to be
way.
a better way.
Yep.
Fire exit.
Wizard magic? Or something a little more plausible? Which again, magic in this world technically is plausible, so goddamn it. Whatever it was, I need proof. More proof than they're willing to show.
It's getting late. I can see no point in dwelling on this. I've been here for 6 hours already.
Well, Your Honor, get ready for 6 more.
Change position, Your Honor. Your ass is probably gonna get blisters.
Defender, you may continue the interrogation and wake up, Darklaw!
Oh, wait. Okay, you know what? Maybe I was... Okay, maybe I really am misremembering, and what you do is you present the objection and then you go for the hold that's there.
Well, if I remember correctly, didn't you record this like 2 years ago or something?
Actually, I recorded this 6 years ago.
Oh, there you go. All the more reason then.
So, yeah, my memory's not the clearest on the sequence of stuff.
Well,
That's okay.
Alright, who's next?
I often don't even remember stuff that I recorded 2 months, much less 6 years.
Hang on,
Oh boy.
Mr. Shaky.
Jesus.
Well, at least he made a quick recovery this time. I didn't mean to startle you. Do you have anything to add to Mr. Treadon's testimony?
Yes.
Is this guy what happened after Foxy stepped on him too hard?
I think that was something.
What a-
That's the thing, Mr. Judge. Foxy never steps on me.
Oh.
Wait a minute. You actually heard something at the crime scene? And you say it was a
if I recall
strange
correctly,
noise?
At least some of them actually do provide more information.
No. You see, Dwebs, the reason he's the fastest and most capable of this group is because Fox doesn't always give him the shaft. So, that's a sad story.
Look what you did, Nick. That's just cruel.
I just
how
talked
dare
to
you,
him.
people.
Get in the corner, Phoenix, and think of what you've done.
What? I didn't do anything!
I can't remember if I heard anything odd when we were in the bell tower.
Aside from fire coming out of somebody.
Excuse me, Mr. Shaky. Oh no.
Oh god, he's still down.
It looks like we're temporarily one witness down.
How exciting! A trial with 2 casualties so far. One for a speller who passed out, and another for Shaky over there. Let's give him a break. Maybe somebody else can tell us about the noise. Number 8 said he didn't hear anything unusual. And it wasn't only Shaky that seemed to have a different opinion on that matter.
Let's question the other witnesses too.
How exciting.
That's what we're here for, hon.
All right.
Yeah.
Smell or loud. Yeah, the suspicious noises.
Yeah, let's try. Do you ever seem to maybe know something? Because I'm sure Warsmeet doesn't know anything.
Excuse me, number 6.
Yeah? Sort of busy thinking about something right now.
I wonder what would that be?
What do you think about Mr. Treadon's statement? Is there anything you'd like to share with us?
Well, kind of. Just a thought I had.
Is it a thought not involving the witness right next to you?
Redden's saying that since you didn't hear the incantation, the witch didn't use magic, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she didn't. So she couldn't have turned invisible. See? That's some surprisingly good reasoning. Especially coming from you.
This might be the most he's gone without talking about Foxy.
But couldn't she have simply cast a spell?
Oh, it's the same
earlier?
thing that Foxy says.
But a different variation.
If she was invisible from the start, of course we wouldn't have heard the incantation.
My, aren't you the smart one?
Oh, a compliment.
Servius.
She complimented me.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was thinking the same.
You know,
That's
the
'cause you said
analogy
the
with
thing
the
earlier.
analogy with
Were you thinking
VTubers
the
that I
same
made,
Out of
probably, yeah.
Foxy's mouth?
Oh!
Dude!
So me and Foxy were thinking the exact same thing. We're soulmates. Oh, do you feel like I'm melting inside? Watch me bask in Foxy's love, Treadon. The envy, the jealousy, the chagrin. You make me suffer so, Foxy.
It was
God, he even has a degradation
a
kick.
noteworthy testimony. But this witness wasn't the only one that
Oh my
seemed to have
god,
something to say
really,
about
Like I
it.
said-
it really is worth me than no
Like I
something
said,
more.
like I said, Shira, I'm pretty confident Foxy gets some sick Andromeda of watching these two fight for her.
Oh no, she absolutely does.
Like I said, the analogy with VTubers that I mentioned, the previous part or the one before I forgot, is very appropriate on this one.
Incantations, blah, 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 blah.
Let's see.
Yeah, this
Did
is the
that
only
work?
one left. God damn it, I forgot.
Hang on!
The music stopped.
Excuse me, Mr. Wordsmith. Dear God, here I go.
I do not know anyone by that name.
Why do I bother? Yeah. Anyway, would you like to comment on Mr. Treadon's testimony?
The fact that they gave such a person with these qualities the sword is actually worrying.
Tio, they hired also apparently a kid as part of the force too.
Yeah.
I see you have nothing to say. He's in Greenfield mode again.
Oh, remember, Jovah, this
Do
is the
not rush to
middle age.
conclusions, young one.
Oh.
I too can hear your thoughts.
Well, remember, Jovah, this town plays on Middle Ages logic, so by 13, it's fair game, if I remember correctly.
I am on a green field, sky-clad, watching paddles dancing in the wind.
Yep, I knew you'd say that. Hey, it's my turn to read someone's mind now.
And yet, a single shadow light has shone from the dark abyss of my memory. It was censorship from Sony. I heard something in the bell tower when we went to apprehend the witch.
Oh?
I cannot believe this.
Well, again, you gotta love how help is coming from the most unexpected of places. Like, Foxy actually gave a helpful testimony, and now Wordsmith is providing confirmation that might actually help us.
No, it wasn't an incantation. Nevertheless, it sounded like a woman's voice.
Oh? Mr. Wordsmith, this is extremely important information. Please add this to your testimony.
Yes, I shall do that. It's best that I tell you about it now, before I forget again.
This is the most cooperative he's been with me my whole life.
Why does Darkmore look so on edge?
I wonder...
As the defender requested, you will now testify about the sounds you heard.
Here we go.
I recall hearing a woman's voice, a faint, delicate sobbing, no less.
Oh.
Do we have something that contradicts that?
I believe we might have something. The defense has a theory regarding the source of those strange sounds. It was most likely this. This mechanism is on the middle floor of the bell tower. That reminds me. There was some contraption up there, unlike anything I'd seen before. That's right, Chief. We never touched it, though.
Are you sure?
How about we try operating that contraption to see what it does? We might just be able to reproduce the sound that Mr. Laudelance heard at the crime scene.
Right! Oh, sorry, it's not me, sorry.
Dwibs.
Right, you might be onto something.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
I mean, like I said, some of these guys are clones. They do kind of look pretty similar.
But it was I who testified about it before that young man.
I talked about it too.
Okay, you'll all get your gold stars.
Actually, you fainted, whatever.
Well, you've got my curiosity. Let's see you set that contraption in motion.
My lord,
Say that. You
just
might get
leave
into
it to me.
faint again.
You cannot use that as your excuse for everything.
Alright, let's see.
Get ready, everyone! Prick up your ears!
Damn.
I guess that does sound like a woman screaming.
That's it! That's the very same sound I heard.
Oh, it is. That's what I heard as well.
Yeah, that doesn't tell us who it is, so.
Yeah, that's
That one's shaky.
That's shaky.
That's it. Come on, guys, put the names on the speech balloons.
Yeah, I don't get why they did that either. As you've all seen, or rather heard, it's clear that device was operating shortly after the incident.
Yeah, I swear the girl beeping was going on and Tio said it.
Objection! This doesn't change the fact that we know nothing about what that contraption does.
Well, why don't we find out now?
Your demonstration hasn't led us to any valuable conclusions.
That's just what a prosecutor who's losing would say. Objection! Remember our demonstration a little while ago?
demonstration? Are you referring to that silly contraption?
Objection! That contraption serves a very specific function. The plan of the bell tower shows no stairs leading up to the belfry. So, what does that mean? Now, if you think about it in relation to the plan, it's obvious what this contraption is for. It's a mechanism enabling access up to the belfry!
What? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
Order! Order!
Another witch was in the bell tower when the incident happened.
Lights were bare. Oh, wait.
And the reason she wasn't discovered is because she used that contraption to reach the belfry and hide up there. You know, Pedro, I love how you just gave a good example of how, out of context, some Ace Attorney lines can sound crazy, but when you hear them in context, it just turns them to awesome.
Well, that's just writing in general, Jovah.
True.
Hold your horses, Defender. You seem oblivious to the contradiction in your reasoning.
I'm seeing the contradiction in your ego. And what do you mean by that?
I'm talking about your little demonstration earlier.
Here's another reference. The Storyteller was burned by fire. Like the poison by poison. Go on.
Yes, the device was set in motion and made some strange noises. And yet... that's all it did!
Yeah. My dog did that all the time back when it was alive. So, weird noises. So
That's right! Nothing else happened!
that's what
Hey,
that means.
we're kind of missing something because anyone who activated the contraption had to see what happened, so they had to assume that it was reported that way.
Well, remember, apparently a vigilante was up there when they activated the contraption,
Again,
so they
it seems
didn't
we're
see it.
missing a line of dialogue that says, "Oh, it did nothing," and now we're just basically saying, "Yeah, it totally actually did not nothing."
To be fair, we know that at least one of the vigilantes was up there, so they would have been watching the contraption and would have seen nothing happen, since they had to be up there to activate it.
Which brings us back to my erstwhile conclusion. There was no other witch.
Okay, I know what it means as a word, but I think it's one of the first time I see use erstwhile.
Ye old English. It's too early to say that, High Inquisitor.
What do you mean? It's 3 a.m.
Well,
Boy.
we haven't gone late enough yet. Let's drag
And
this.
why is that?
Sure, our demonstration didn't show it, but maybe the device didn't work because it wasn't used correctly. Let's drag this out to 6 a.m., why don't we?
Oh, Jesus.
What? Think so.
Also, I know this is random, but damn, Darklaw is pale as fuck.
It's to help her look creepy, I guess.
Also, maybe she really has an acid job.
Let's just say it would be troublesome if just anyone could go up and sound that bell. So it's reasonable to assume that access to the belfry would be restricted. In other words, that a special key would be needed. Anyone have a keyblade?
This is not that kind of franchise, Phoenix. So.
I do actually. I have 2 Kingdom Hearts keychains.
A
that
key?
Yeah. And I think I know just what that key is.
Before I ask you to present evidence, I'd like to summarize your theory.
Alright. Summary by Judge.
You believe that there was another witch in the bell tower at the time of the incident,
Yup.
That is correct.
and that this witch used a contraption within the tower to make her way up to the belfry and hide there.
That's right. Just like my name.
Your whole theory rests solely upon that. contraption.
Hey, I said I was summarizing it.
If it doesn't allow access to the belfry, then your reasoning is completely wrong. I'm sure you know what that would mean for a speller.
Oh boy.
It's a good job. It's a good job. This place doesn't have a law where the lawyer gets burned too.
Your mistake would set her fate.
Imagine that, Dwibs. A country where if the lawyer's client is found guilty, the lawyer is killed along with the client. But nah, that would never happen.
I'm guessing that's what happened in the 6th game.
Yeah. All right, then defense prove the theory. Show us this key needed to
The
operate
badge.
the contraption in the bell tower.
No, it's not in the court record, I'm afraid. Take that!
You can use the badge in a puzzle is also criminal for this game.
I know! The key to the contraption is this pendant.
That belongs to the accused, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's right. We found it at the crime scene. Now, if we take a look at the bottom part of this contraption...
Yeah.
There's a depression here about the exact same size of the pendant.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Oh, yes! I remember it! A hole in the shape of that pendant.
There was a hole in the wall there. Now it's
But
gone.
I don't get it. Why would that pendant be the key to the bell tower? I don't know either. At least not for now. But the point is, it definitely is. With this pendant, we should be able to operate the contraption and access the belfry.
Alright.
Well then, the court will grant the defense a chance to prove its assertion.
Alright, up the bell tower we go.
Again.
However, you shall be given one chance only.
This feels familiar.
Are you ready, Defender? Make sure you are prepared for the consequences of a mistake.
Again, this feels familiar.
This is your only chance. If this doesn't work, that would be the end of it.
Yes, I'm ready. I've got to be right about this.
Reminds you of that moment in Ants where the female interested of interest is like, I hope you know what you're doing. And he's like, yeah, me too.
To be honest, this looks like a puzzle. I
Oh,
wish
we're
the
doomed.
professor was here. This is totally his field of expertise.
Yep, we're doomed. Are you ready, Nick? Should we give it a try?
If we don't give it a try, we're going up the river, so yeah, it's got to work. Ispella's fate depends on this. A goddamn puzzle. Talk about pressure. I've got to stay calm and puzzle on.
Cute.
Puzzle 64, the bell tower. Yep, we get a puzzle during a trial scene. Pendant light is reflected by the blue gems on the circumference of the gears machine. Each gear will rotate 90 degrees when turned. Rotate the gears to align the blue gems and redirect the light. The large central gem will only reflect light when in the vertical position and then rotated. Light must hit the red gems on either side at the same time. So there you have it. So, it's about a light reflection with this puzzle. So, a bit of Indiana Jones action in that regard, which, you know what, doesn't surprise me too much.
Okay, Nick, let's give it a shot. Nope.
Whoa! A beam of light! Of course, this must be the key.
I'm still not used to, front-face Phoenix.
Yeah.
That light is suspected to be pointed at one of those red gems.
Hey there, Shiroi.
Yes, I'm here.
You're right. Still, it looks like there's some kind of trick to the whole thing.
I didn't realize I was muted for a second.
Ah.
A trick?
A trick.
Yeah, think about it. There are 2 gems. I bet we have to light them both simultaneously. It's almost like the description already said this. Oh well. Looks like we're gonna have to do it with only the single beam of light, too.
I get the feeling they probably want to make sure Ace Attorney fans who don't play Layton have no problem going through this puzzle.
What? Are you sure we can pull that off?
I have no clue, but we've got no choice but to try. All we have to do is move the gears and bounce the light off those blue gems.
Alright. No time for jitters, Nick. We've got to make it this work. For a speller.
You know, I get what you mean, Tio.
The
We
rings,
don't.
That's like all the rings now. You have for Frodo.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean, Tio. Before the likes of, say, Apollo Justice or the 3D Ace Attorney games, front-face Phoenix was not exactly a common thing.
Even so,
Yeah, it did, but that was only 1 gem.
What gives? Nothing's happening.
The other gem.
What exactly did you expect?
also, Dark Low Portrait.
Yep.
The gems must be lit simultaneously.
But there's only 1 light. It's impossible.
And Phoenix not knowing how to solve the puzzle means not into solving puzzle means we fucked up.
Okay, to his credit, he did not know you had to do these simultaneously beforehand. And given what we find out later, given what we find out later, even if the professor had tried it with these circumstances, he would have failed the puzzle too.
Also, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, about what Pedro said before about, making sure for people to know about it. That's the thing. You can see the description of the puzzle at any point, starting the first game, because it's connected to the whole hint system that, you can unlock. So it comes to the point of redundancy, it becomes kind of ridiculous. It's similar to the whole cut off their limbs, right, even to see everyone in that space.
If I may.
The defense has failed. Sorry, the defense has failed the Duke's theory. The contraption cannot be operated with dependence.
I will say this. Knowing how the sequence goes, I get what they're trying to do, give you the sense that, oh, you failed and whatnot. Me personally, I feel like this scene is maybe a bit drawn out, essentially, given how if we had just that one thing on there, we would have gone through this quicker, but you'll see what I mean. No matter how much I try, it seems impossible to direct the light at both gems simultaneously.
You barely tried.
It seems your foolish experiment wasn't too much of a waste of time.
Thank God for no alliteration.
While you were tinkering with that contraption, the accused regained consciousness.
Oh no.
Oh, a speller!
Now, to Phoenix's credit, he did technically solve half of the puzzle. The thing is, since there's no way to reflect the light 2 ways, yeah, we're pretty much down and out.
Well, although... I wouldn't describe her situation as okay. Quite the opposite, in fact.
Yeah, rub it in.
Ayo.
Hey, you.
Don't tell me you've forgotten your agreement with the judge. You failed to prove your theory, and so the accused fate has been decided.
Crud.
He's going to die.
Ugh, there's nothing I can say to that.
Attendants, bring in the accused.
Yo.
Accused, the trial has reached its conclusion in your absence.
That
Absence.
doesn't seem
The
fair.
court shall now announce its verdict.
Oh, and you don't look hypnotized anymore.
You are the Great Witch, and your true name is Bezella. This evening, a terrible crime took place. You killed your father, the
Prepare to
Storyteller,
die.
using the spell Grand One. Does the accused have anything to say?
Yes, I am Bezella, the one that brought calamity upon this town. And my
Gasp.
memories are proof of this. I remember the legendary fire in which this town was burned to the ground. And this day several hours ago,
12
I
hours ago.
summoned a fire dragon and took my own father's life. There is no doubt that the Great Witch is a part of me.
I understand.
Damn. Hold it! No! Espella, you can't! Don't say that! You're under a spell! Don't give up just yet!
Okay, not for nothing, but at this stage, despite the fuck out he need, what does Phoenix know?
This is Phoenix in desperation mode. What?
I know,
This
but
is a lot.
whatever.
You've been fighting a battle in this court. You have come here with your logic, and in contradictions to astound everyone.
It's kind of my thing, yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Well, only because you lose if I win.
It was your battle, not hers.
If I didn't know, but right, so
And
she was
now
trying
we
to
have
absolve me of
targets on your
guilt.
hand.
So how can you be telling her not to give up, when you have already dropped your sword?
Huh.
If you are a true knight of the court, you will fight your battle to the end.
Is she giving me a pep talk?
I mean, she's winning, so,
What? Was she,
the better thing to be doing.
why is she telling me this? Is she actually starting to have fun
Phoenix
now?
is confused.
It almost sounds like she's encouraging me. Like, is she starting to have fun? Does she want to actually take this all the way to morning? Is she waiting for something?
No, it's okay, Mr. Wright.
Oh, the voices have come back.
Yeah.
Since I was little, I can only remember being all alone. But that's not really true. There were people who were dear to me and memories that I cherished.
Aww.
And I burned them all
At
to a
least
crisp.
I think there were, but I've already lost all that. They were taken from me the moment I became Bezella.
Boy, Bezella's really a jerk that way.
Poor Isabella. Since then, I started working
whoa.
with Patty's
My,
people.
you lost your American accent for a second.
I met Mr. Wright, Maya, Mr. Layton, and Luke. The four
And no
of
one
you did
else.
all you could to help me.
Well, what,
I'm
Patty?
truly happy to have met you. But blame for the Great Witch's crimes rests solely on my shoulders.
Well, yeah, you said that enough times.
Well, you didn't seem to actually believe that,
So
Liv,
let's
so
put
if
an
anything, you
end to
kind of
this
needed
now.
this.
Bezella must not remain in this town. Thank you, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Thank you for the
Estella.
important thing, Phoenix.
Thank you for doing that pose with your arms, Espella.
The Princess Elise pose.
I've got a final verdict.
Think, Phoenix, think. Isn't there anything I can do?
Guilty! Murder!
I just
Guilty,
need
guilty,
something.
guilty.
Anything that
miracle.
could offer a single
miracle
glimmer of
saved.
hope in this darkness of despair. There's gotta be something, right? And wow, why am I suddenly talking like a Square Enix character?
The
I was gonna say,
miracle
we
never
got-
happens, Phoenix.
Objection! Your Honor, please hold off with the verdict. We're dragging this out till noon.
Hooray.
What's that, defender?
you want the hammer on your face?
It's too early to pass the final judgment on Espella.
You know that the gavel doesn't have to strike the table for it to be official. I can use your head.
What? Explain yourself.
You said earlier that the trial has reached its conclusion.
And it has.
But there's a contradiction in that statement. And there's something we have yet to examine.
What colour your coat is? What are you suggesting?
I believe it's wine red.
The coat's not Coke.
Do you mean to say you have some new evidence? I
I think
think.
the term
Yes.
may be Burgundy here. Don't
No,
actually-
no, I'm bluffing. But
Wait, what was
surely
that
there
to you?
can't be any evidence at this late stage.
I think the term for the color is Burgundy.
I've heard of the wine red color before, but burgundy could work as well for her color coat.
We shall play along with you just one more time.
What are you, a cat? I mean,
No,
I know.
the cat's over there.
Yeah, I know, but you got claws and you got those ear things that make you look a bit like a cat girl. The
Cat
new...
women's supremacy.
Yes, the new crucial piece of evidence is...
The badge. After all, we haven't seen it.
There's only one place where it can be. It's in Espella's possession. Again, going off of some of the concept art, apparently Darklaw was supposed to have some more cat-like features in her costumes
Again,
too.
I will get back on this actually towards the end of the game where it becomes more important to say it.
Yep. I saw it for a second.
For closer.
Something there that she shouldn't have. An item that contradicts what we've heard. My gut feeling tells me that item is the key to this whole case.
Most interesting. I shall enjoy watching you hopelessly struggle through this, like a fish caught in a net.
See, maybe she is a cat.
Or maybe a grizzly.
Dang.
The claws also
Now,
did that.
defender.
Maybe like a cocaine bear.
Show us this new evidence that the accused supposedly has in her possession.
The cat.
But the cat's not there.
Got it!
Got it! Which means it's this,
That
Espella.
very grainy.
Can I see the bracelet on your left hand?
Yes, certainly. If you'd like.
It's a self-destruct button. Shit.
So the entire town explodes.
Oh my
People
god.
literally look like, what the fuck? And then they didn't go out of nowhere.
It's actually a pendant. But the strap got torn somehow when I was up in the bell tower.
The pendant was of his palace. What could this mean?
That's why I've had it around my wrist since, well, just before this trial started.
Oh, snap.
Yet another trial where this obvious very thing was staring under our nose and nobody actually noticed until now.
Normally, I'm fine with those. This is one of those few cases where I'm like, yeah, you guys wanted to drag this out to give us a sense of hopelessness, and it seems like we're gonna lose.
Takes the pendant at the crime scene.
To be fair, this is still better than the shit they pull in apologists where nobody notices that the kid is blind.
Yeah.
Why is she wearing it now?
I don't get it. It's giving me a headache.
And Shaky's okay. So
Easy,
I
though.
was right. Again, he's apparently the most athletically fit, so something about him must be working. I have another question about this pendant. Spella, do you remember when exactly the strap broke?
I'm trying to remember, but no, I can't.
Plot twist, Foxy ends up with Shaky.
That would be
Sure,
an
why
interesting
not?
twist.
I know it was still fine when we parted ways, but
In other words, she has no memory of it. We can work with this. She doesn't remember when it broke or when she tied it to her wrist.
That's certainly bizarre, I must say.
Yeah.
Your pendant has already been submitted as evidence.
And yet, there it is,
So
right over
if
there.
we combine the two, can we get to the Cave of Wonders?
Maybe. Come to think of it, these two actually look like two halves of a mask. The Storyteller's mask. And yet, Espella still has her pendant. That's a fact we can all attest to, which means...
There's a glitch in the Matrix. We even have a black cat for that.
there must have been two pendants to begin with.
Really?
Objection!
objection. So there are two, and
Well, let's think about it. Two pendants, two beams of
the
light.
accused was caught. The accused was caught red-handed at the crime scene.
Darklaw is like a Gabe Newell. She doesn't know how to count much.
Whether this pendant is his or not, it doesn't change anything.
Wanna bet? Yeah! What she said!
That's what she said.
She was caught red-handed by us, the heroic Vigilantes! This pendant proves something crucial to this case. It can't be more crucial than us catching her at the crime scene!
Sorry, Guile. That doesn't work that way.
The second pendant wasn't dropped by Espella. It was dropped by her imaginary friend. So, as the defense already suggested, one more person was at the crime scene.
So Espella is the girl from Bridge to Terabithia?
What?
Sure.
Here we go. Get ready, guys. What?
Oh god.
Wow,
Calm
that's
down, please.
10.
Oh, and he
10 breakdowns. But no, seriously, 10 breakdowns in one go. That's a new record for me.
Order! Order! Accused! Submit your pendant as evidence this instant!
While the knights of the Vigilantes are recovering,
Nicely.
Serious?
Yes, my
Meanwhile,
lord.
Yes, Pedro?
Meanwhile-
Nick?
Meanwhile, number 8 is like, Foxy fell on me.
Lucky. That's what number 6 is thinking.
If we have 2 pendants to work with,
Yes.
maybe we can see if that strange contraption will work this time.
So should we wait for the Vigilantes to all recover, or just leave them sprawled on the ground? Now it makes sense.
Also, just realize are all the desks in this universe tax write-offs?
I wonder, like, banging, getting clawed by Darklaw, and now that collective breakdown from 10 people in solid armor. Your Honor, the defense would like to submit a tax write-off request for these desks, and the defense would like to try operating the mechanism in the bow tower one more time.
What's a tax write-off?
It means money for damages, essentially.
What? Why now?
The contraption didn't work before, because we only had one pendant. But both pendants are needed to operate it properly. Foolishness! Try as many times as you like. It's no use, cause if it is of use, then we look like idiots. High Inquisitor Darklaw, you know this is a waste of time.
It's not going to work anyway. Why not let the defender see for himself?
What?
Defender, if you think you can operate the contraption with 2 pendants, then I suggest you go ahead and try it. Unless it has already dawned upon you that such a plan is futile.
Okay, are you just going for a tsundere route with me? Like, first you encourage me, then you say it's futile. You're sending mixed messages to me in court here.
No, I'm just trying to tell you there are 7 of them.
God
The
damn
defense
it.
shall be given one more chance to verify his theory about the aforementioned contraption, and I mean it this time. One chance. Let us now make our way to the bell tower.
Back
Yeah,
up
no,
all the
just-
stairs!
Up and down, up and down.
We're getting a lot of
Yeah,
exercise
that's the time.
tonight, aren't we?
And Phineas complained that he could not climb a rock in Project Growth Zone 2.
Guess
This
he
is going
learned
to be your
how.
last try.
I know.
It's like the stairs scene in the 7 remake. Are you not terrified? The life of the accused rests on your shaky hands.
The shaky's already...
We won't be having any more. Let me try again, please, Your Honors.
That is a terrible impression, but not inaccurate.
Besides, you must be aware that this puzzle may well be unsolvable.
Oh boy, so I have to
Gee, if
solve...
only there were someone who could show
Well,
up
she's
to
saying-
help.
So what she's saying is, you almost had me there, Professor, but you know that this puzzle is flawed. It's unsolvable.
I wouldn't have been able to solve a puzzle before I arrived in Labyrinthia. But now, I'm sure I can take on any puzzle. Ooh, confidence! And it's all thanks to you, Professor. Now I too am an ace puzzle solver. You taught me that every puzzle has a solution. There you go, guys!
That's not the catchphrase!
I have everything I need now. Hey, I don't want to do a complete ripoff, okay? I gotta put my own spin on it. What do you say, Maya? Should we hurry up and get started?
Sure thing. It's puzzle busting time.
You know, the funny thing is fan art that shows Phoenix and Maya and Layton in Luke's outfits. Puzzle 64, the bell tower. Yes, we have already read this. Now let's
Part
try
2.
with 2 pendants. Red
Cha-ching.
light and blue light. Huh, ain't that interesting? Let's rotate it here. Probably just pointing it out. There we go. Twist it a little more.
Yeah, press the head button.
Okay, if you need hints for this one, like... This isn't even one that you can fail, actually, because at best you can just restart it.
Yeah. But to be fair, there's a lot of Layton puzzles that are like this, where you can only restart, but you cannot actually fail and lose pick rats. So again, this is just one of the many.
Yeah.
And this is a plot. And most of the time, when it's a plot-required puzzle in Layton, that's what they usually do. And again, same thing here.
I often don't really use hidden coins for these types of puzzles.
Yeah, might as well just try everything until you get it right when it's one of these. It's a typical light direction puzzle, basically. This is the very least sensical compared. It's a better version of the final puzzle for Phantasmagoria 2, where that puzzle makes no goddamn sense, and it's just like it's literally one of those. It's literally one of those try everything until you accidentally get the answer without even knowing what it is type of puzzles. But again, that game was just.
Phantasmagoria 2. What a game that was.
And we still never did the first one.
I plan on getting that on that. It's a great B movie. And fun fact, recently it's actually been getting a lot more love from people on the internet because of the positive bisexual representation regarding Curtis.
It definitely also helps that
his
we've been seeing a bit of resurgence in the full motion video type of games.
Okay, sure,
There we
get this. Sorry.
Your Honor,
Open
there is a clear
sesame.
contradiction in this puzzle.
Hey! It even works this time because we're in court while I'm doing this puzzle. Success! As the red gems shine with an intense light.
This is happening now.
Oh yeah, this is happening. I'm sure I did it right.
Nothing's happening.
Wait for it, otherwise I'm going to look like a fool. Hey, something's happening.
Now this needs explanation because we did hear the sound before and nobody technically operated the contraption. So what happened?
Well,
It was unusable.
to be fair, what's different here is that the lights didn't show up. And yeah, that didn't happen either last time. This is...
What an astounding contraption!
What do we have here? It's still no comparison to the comparable astoundingness of Mother Nature.
Oh, I'd like to climb up those stairs. I like being on top.
Oh!
I'm sure you do.
Yes, I believe we were all already aware.
Yeah. Shall I escort you?
Yeah.
No, that's not the child stage.
Shaky! Oh my god, did he fall?
Okay, Nick.
Right.
Let's go see what's upstairs.
Yeah, I'm sure Shaky will be fine.
Also, yeah, Jovah's theory about why this game has the rating it does is
Isn't
very
this bell-
on point.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.
I think you're right. That's the bell that was taken from underground. The Bell of Ruin.
Well, that mystery's been solved.
The not as wrong
must not
bell.
be sounded.
Let's sound it.
What?
Let's
Hold on,
ring it
who
then.
was that?
Nick, there's someone hiding behind the bell.
Quasimodo?
God, I was about to say.
Oh my god, it's...
Oh.
Well.
It's you. Now that's the last person I expected to find here.
What a twist.
Miss Kira.
She
She
may have
looks
been
so stoned.
She may have been an obvious bad guy the first time, but I bet none of you were expecting that Kira would actually be the Great Witch Bezella.
To be continued.
Yes.
Funny considering she accused Espella at the end of her trial.
Mm-hmm. And now it's come full circle to this.
I told you all, but you wouldn't listen.
Of course, You do. Well, okay, to be fair, that last time was a faked out death, so... What could this all mean? We'll just have to see as things continue to ramp up. See you in the next part.
Yeah.
See ya.